What are the three secrets to a successful retirement plan? Well, by the end of this video, I'll give you my thoughts on what Canadians need to have in place in order to enjoy a comfortable retirement. My name is John Moakler, and I'm the founder of Moakler Wealth Management. And for the best advice on how to protect you and your family, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notifications so you'll be notified when we launch a new video. Think about it for a moment. When our parents retired, they usually retired at around age 63 to 65, and they usually had a life expectancy of another 13 to 15 years. And so, in their particular case, they would have started working at age 25, they would have worked for 40 years, and then they would have had enough money to support themselves in retirement for 15 years. But fast forward to today, and we're living longer. And so, if you are married and you're at age 65 and you retire, there's over a 60% chance that one of you is going to live to age 90. And so, in that particular case, if you started working at age 25, you would have worked for 40 years, and then you needed to have enough liquid money to support yourself in retirement for another 25 years. So, we are living longer. The oldest known Canadian living is Phyllis Ridgway, and she turned 114 years young on March the 10th. So in Phyllis's case, if she started working at age 25 and worked for 40 years and retired at age 65, she would have worked for 40 years, but she's still alive. So she would have been in retirement now for 49 years. So 9 years longer than her working career. So the first secret to putting together a successful retirement plan is knowing how much you're going to spend in retirement. So you need to put together your monthly lifestyle expenses because cash flow is king, and you need to determine leading up to retirement how much do you need net in order to enjoy your retirement. And you do need to factor in inflation of around 2 or 3%. So long gone are the years where you could actually retire on, say, $1 million of cash. Let me explain. If your monthly lifestyle expenses are around $10,000 net in retirement, that includes all traveling and hobbies, etc. And if you want to retire at age 65, and we assume a 5% rate of return with a 2% inflation factor, you're going to need at least 2.1 million in liquid assets in order to enjoy your retirement. And if you're on the higher end, because some business owners I work with have a net monthly lifestyle expenses in retirement of 30 or 40,000, if you're at this end, then you're going to need at least 7.1 million in liquid assets in order to enjoy your retirement. The second secret to developing a successful retirement plan is building your actual retirement paycheck, and it's usually made up of at least three components. The first component is the taxable component. So this could be your CPP, this could be your RRSPs, or this could be your RIF, your Registered Retirement Income Fund. The second component is more tax preferred. So this could be from dividends or non-registered money from your corporation. And the third component to the retirement paycheck is the tax-free component. And this could be made up from your tax-free savings account or from the cash value sitting inside a whole life permanent insurance policy. Over the years, experts have agreed to disagree. But if we take a look at how you build your net worth as you're entering into retirement, your house or your real estate should make up approximately 30% of your net worth. Your liquid assets, such as your RSPs, your non-registered money, your corporate money, that should make up about 50% of your net worth. And finally, you should have at least 20% in cash value sitting inside a permanent insurance policy. When we develop a retirement plan for our clients, we take them through an exercise to determine what their monthly lifestyle expenses are, what hobbies do they have, how would they like to travel, what type of a lifestyle would they like to enjoy, and then we start developing their paycheck. We usually like to try to do this at least 7 to 10 years prior to retirement in case we need to put together any type of a treatment plan in order to coordinate the retirement so that it is successful. The third secret to the retirement plan is making sure you have a backup plan. And what I mean by that is when the markets go down, you need to have a backup plan. So as we noticed, markets do correct. And so if the markets were at 10,000 points and they went down to 6,000 points, How much have they gone down? They've gone down 4,000 points. But in order to come back to that original 10,000, that's a 67% increase. That's not going to happen overnight. And so you need to have a strategy in place. And when most Canadians enter into retirement, they only have a two-legged chair. And as we noticed in 2001, 2008, and the beginning of 2020, the markets corrected. And if you only had your two-legged chair, it would have fallen over. And that two-legged chair that most Canadians have is their home or real estate and their liquid investments. And they're missing out on the third leg on their chair in order to make sure that it doesn't tip over. You need to be able to have that third leg so you can tap into it on a tax-free basis when the market's correct. However, most financial planners and advisors may not be actually licensed to talk to you about this third leg on the chair. And only 10% of Canadians have access to this third leg on the chair. And if your financial planner or advisor is licensed, they may not know how to design it properly. And so the third leg on the chair is tapping into the cash value of a permanent whole life policy. So in 2021, the average dividend on a whole life policy is 6%. And over the last 25 years, it has averaged 8.4%, and that's net of all fees. And so you need to make sure that you have that third leg on your chair that you can tap into on a tax-free basis. So when the markets do correct, you can turn off your liquid investments so they have time to recover, and you can tap into the cash value on a tax-free basis. And then when the market's correct, you can go back to creating your retirement paycheck from your liquid investments. So when the markets throw you a curveball and you need to react, you got to make sure that you do have that third leg on your chair so that your chair doesn't tip over. So if you'd like to learn more about these 3 secrets in retirement and how you can incorporate them into your own retirement plan, click on the link below to apply to become my client. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. And always remember, when we develop retirement plans for our clients, we always make sure that their money outlives them in retirement.